Don't learn photography, it's a horrible idea. My grandfather walked in and totally walked out. They didn't like it at all. If you are gay, they'll beat the shit out of you. I had a crush on girls, boys used to always ask me out, and I always said yes. They were crushes. I always went in a terrible situation, which all my friends joke about now because, or he'd sleep in my bed. I would always hate it, and then he disappeared, and I was having a long time. Don't you have something to tell us? You should just tell me that you were. No, I really don't. I had a boyfriend this year, and she's like, yes, you know, it's not true. I'm not outed. And then I got home and I cried. My work is always, even before that, being about my sexuality. But I haven't even realized it, to be honest, until that outing moment. I haven't even thought about myself that much. I was pretty naive about it, I think.
I didn't really realize the importance of silver gelatin prints and, going to the art gallery or seeing actual historic prints that were silver gelatin prints that those artists had made 50, 60 years ago. I really liked that idea that these editions, the artists printed that themselves. That's the way, exactly how they want you to see the work. Digital reproduction, if you send it to a printer, obviously you check the work when it's done, but it's still out of your hands. I really like having to deal with the work, especially being self-portrait photographer. I have my hands on the work from when it's not even made and it's an idea to when I shoot it, it's just me, to the dark room, to printing it, start to finish. I have my hands on the work at all times. It makes photography become more of an object. It's more of an artifact. It's tangible.
The idea behind what I do is capturing the androgynous in oneself and that kind of discussion of gender and identity and sexuality with oneself by using oneself. When I make a photo, doing self-portraits, it starts with me, and I like that. I am mostly the only person who touches the images until they get framed. I like being alone in the darkroom. I like having that space to myself, and that's a lot of time to sit with an image. It's just the physical aspect of it, It's something that I've carved out in mine and I can do it, and I don't know, it just feels like me, I guess. I love being a woman. My favorite thing about being a woman is meeting other women, and the thing is men won't understand that directness, that we have a relationship. Every woman I meet, we have some understanding of each other's life, and we've been through a lot of the same things. We understand each other, and I really like that. But then everyone was talking about, when you shoot nude photos, you're obviously not androgynous because we can see your form and your body, and that's very feminine. And they said, when you put your clothes on, then you're very androgynous, and that's when we see the true you. And so then that kind of made me think about the way I express my gender, and I don't want to not be a woman necessarily, I don't want to not be a girlfriend, I don't want to not be a sister, I don't want to not be a daughter. So it's trying to find that balance of non-binary or genderqueer. What needs to happen, I think, is people should just stop patrolling other people's expressions.
There's obviously the basic things like making up your chemicals and pouring them out into your trays. Making sure you have everything, scissors, paper, your negatives, a pen is always handy. Put my negative in my enlarger, make a couple of test strips, put them in the dev and see how they go, try them, have a look, and then I'll have a more definite idea of what exposure my neck needs to be before making the print. And then make the print, I guess. I just need something to come out. I think that was a pretty good guess.
Being able to dress up as a character was really great. I always wanted to wear suits and things like that, but I would never have done that. It kind of gave me a moment, a platform of privacy where I could be someone else and like explore that, and also, you know, get to hide behind these characters. That was really important, was hiding behind those characters, but still being able to talk about it. But saying, it's not me though, it's just Virginia Woolf and her interesting characters and Orlando. Getting to have those conversations, but also still having life private was really important. Now I'm out and everyone knows, and I wear what I want, you know. I happily wear suits. Now the work I do is of me. I don't do character-based stuff anymore. I don't feel the need to anymore. But it was quite hard to move on, especially with the Virginia Woolf series. And it was just self-portraits, but I kept on calling it like the work without Virginia because it was really hard for me to let go of that. I was quite obsessed. After I kind of got farther and farther away from the darkroom, you know, working digitally, photoshopping, cropping images, and then I realized I didn't enjoy it. I was making work so fast I didn't like it anymore, and I realized I really missed the darkroom, and I missed making images from start to finish. It's more of a craft, I guess, in that sense. I really feel like I'm making something and making an image.